Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're talking about a very special dagger, Ozmegalia's Grace. And if you want to hear more about magical items like this, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our releases. Deep in the metallic heart of Arune's iron peaks, where molten rivers glow like veins of starlight, the steel sentinel Ozmegaliathe forged a weapon to defy the darkness. Ozmegalia's Grace, a three-bladed dagger, is no mere blade, it's a relic of hope, a scourge of fiends, and a key to Arune's salvation or ruin. This is part one of a two-part adventure connected to this item. If you're playing a player character in our campaign, I encourage you to listen closely because this item will play a big part in your fate. Whether you're a player in our campaign or a DM looking to weave this into your world, this dagger's story will ignite your next session. So let's dive into it. In order to understand how powerful this weapon truly is, we need to look to the land of Arune and its history. First, I'm going to read you guys some lore that I wrote about the city of Draconis. Then we'll talk about the item itself. Draconis, once known as the Pinnacle, stands as Arune's first line of defense against the encroaching gloom. Built atop the world's spine mountains, this city-state shines like a beacon amidst the encroaching darkness. Forged in the hearts of the mountains where earth and sky converge, Draconis has long been venerated as Arune's most strategic bulwark against the shadowful. 5 peaks, each crowned with a spire of purest white marble, pierce the heavens, a testament to the city's enduring strength. The spires pulse with warding energies, subtly weaving arcane threads of protection across the city. Their light, channeled through moonstone lenses, bathes the city in otherworldly luminance, warding off the shadows that linger at dusk. These wards, a gift from the weavers of light eons ago, are the city's primary defense against the incursions of the shadowful. Every dawn, the Wardens of the Pinnacle, an order of silver-armored paladins, renew these wards in a solemn ritual. Despite its martial nature, Draconis isn't solely defined by war. Renowned academies of magic and lore flourish here, attracting scholars and mages from across Arune. The Silver Citadel, a towering spire accessible only to paladins and archmages, stands as a bastion of learning and strategy. We're also going to be looking at another location in Arune called the Iron Peaks. There's a lot more to come on the lore of this world and its locations, but I wanted to start with these 2 places because they'll become important later in the series. Let's take a look at the item itself. Ozmegalia's Grace is a breathtaking sight. Its hilt, carved from blackened mythal-wood, pulses with silver runes that shimmer like molten steel under moonlight. The blade forged from a single shard of celestial adamantine splits into 3 razor-thin prongs, forming a triskelion that seems to hum with draconic power. In its purified form, the prongs glow faintly with radiant energy, each etched with Ozmegaliathe's creed: Vigilance, Justice, Restoration. When corrupted, as it was by Evanissu, the blades drip with necrotic ichor, whispering promises of power and betrayal. Weighing just 1 pound, this +3 dagger feels alive, almost eager to serve its wielder's purpose or test their resolve. In the campaign, this dagger will not only be a powerful weapon, but also a source of clues for you to unravel the mysteries surrounding its past and its connection to the prophecy. The dagger's name comes from its creator, Ozmegaliathe, the ancient steel sentinel dragon of the Iron Peaks. Ozmegaliathe is a powerful chromatic dragon who watches over the lands of the Iron Peaks, and is a member of a secret cabal of dragons known as the Guardians of Arune. We'll talk a lot more about this cabal later in the series, but for now, all you need to know is that they secretly watch over the land of Arune and make sure it doesn't fall to the forces of darkness. When making this weapon, Ozmegaliathe reached back to the time before the Sundering when dragons were still able to use their innate magic to imbue objects with power. She poured her own essence into the dagger, granting it the ability to grow stronger and empower those who wield it. To better understand the dagger's powers, let's talk about its history. The weapon was created centuries ago during the time of Shattered Veils. This was a dark period in Arune's history when the barrier between the mortal realm and the shadowful grew thin, allowing demons to spill into the world and corrupt its people. The most powerful of these demons were the Archdukes of the Fell. During this time, Ozmegaliathe sensed the growing darkness and knew that something had to be done to stop it. She gathered the finest materials she could find and infused them with her own magic, creating a weapon capable of banishing even the most powerful demons. She named it Ozmegalia's Grace. This weapon then fell into the hands of Evanissu, a ruthless warlord consumed by ambition and lust for power. Evanissu was already in the process of corrupting Paler, poisoning the minds of its people and turning them against one another. With the addition of the dagger, he became unstoppable, able to turn even the mightiest paladin against the city. Using the dagger's power, he spread his corruption throughout Paler and turned the city's spires into a festering blight. But eventually Evanissu met his demise at the hands of the party, now in the hands of Titania, a steel dragon born in our current party. See how she got it in our full gameplay videos. In its current state, the dagger is corrupted and twisted by Evanissu's dark magic. However, if purified, it will regain its former glory and become a beacon of hope for the people of Arune. The method for purifying the dagger is not yet known, but it is rumored that it can be done at Ozmegaliathe's lair in the Iron Peaks or a sacred site like the Gloamspire. If the dagger is to be purified, there will surely be challenges and trials that must be overcome in order to do so. Perhaps a Cinderthorn giant or Riftcaller priest could offer guidance or aid on this quest. If you're currently playing a player character in our campaign, I encourage you to keep an eye out for clues relating to this weapon and its origins. It could end up being a key part of your destiny, and you never know when its path might intersect with your own. Now that we've covered its history and backstory, let's take a look at the actual D and D5e mechanics for this dagger. Ozmegalia's Grace is a wondrous artifact of Arune. To equip and wield it, you must first attune to the dagger, which can only be done after completing a short quest given by one of the Keepers of the Flame. More details about this will be revealed later in the series. When attuned to this dagger, you will gain access to several unique abilities. Using the attack option, you deal 1d for +3 piercing damage. Additionally, if the target is a fiend, undead, or creature with demonic taint, such as the minions of Evanissu or Zion's thralls, you deal an additional 1d6 radiant damage. As an attuned user, you also gain access to the Guardian's Light ability. Once per long rest, as an action, raise the dagger to unleash a 15-foot radius burst of radiant energy. Creatures of your choice must make a DC 16 Constitution saving throw, taking for d8 radiant damage on a failed save, half as much damage on a successful one. Fiends and undead creatures have disadvantage on this save. Any allies you choose that are within the area gain to d8 temporary hit points. You also gain the Steel Sentinel's boon ability. While attuned to Ozmegaliathe's Grace, you have advantage on Wisdom, Insight, and Intelligence Arcana checks to detect lies or decipher draconic runes tied to Ozmegaliathe's lore. Once per short rest, you can cast protection from evil and good without expending a spell slot. This manifests as a shimmering steel aura around you. Lastly, if this weapon has not been purified, it will take on a corrupted aspect that tests the wielder's resolve. On a failed DC 14 Wisdom save, the wielder misinterprets a draconic vision. Depending on the story, this could result in a minor complication. such as alerting a Fey Guardian or revealing the wielder's position to Zion's scouts. This occurs once per long rest at the DM's discretion. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay safe out there, adventurers.